Hello everyone. Okay, so I said I'd make a Christmas ornament, so I'm going to actually make it in Easter colors because that's closer to the time of the year we're at. So I painted this surface with this Americana satin, what color is it? Does it even say? Oh, iris paint. Now this is what I did last year, and it worked out really good. I just used the multi-surface on the base, and then I just used my regular paints from there on out because I didn't have very many colors. So that's what I'm going to do again. So I'm going to use white, and I'll place the numbers in the video after I get done. I'm not going to lay them down because I'm kind of limited in space today. So let's go with number 8. And I'm going to use the white, and the way I do it is I just eyeball it. If you go from the, I like to go from the top down because when it's hanging I want it to look nice. So I usually start at the top unless I'm just going to do a pattern on like one side. So I'm going to do the 4 dots and then do one in between them. And this is just in white. And that was with a number 8. So I'm going to still use number 8, and I'm going to use this yellow flame color, and I'm going to do another row. And this paint's a little bit loose. I'm hoping it, you really got to watch your paint consistency when you're painting on an ornament like this, because it will run right down the side of your ornament on you. And I'm just doing Easter colors because it's close to Easter. I just wasn't ready to do Christmas colors yet. So now I'm going to go up to the number 16. Like I said, I'll put the numbers in. You should be seeing them already. And this is going to be with the lime sherbet color. Yeah, see, that's one's running already. This one's a little runny. I don't know if this is going to work. Might have to. That's the one thing about doing these ornaments is you really have to watch your paint consistency. And I might have to add some thickening to this. See how that one wants to run right off of there? I'm trying to keep it within its own circle. See, now the multi-surface paint is thicker. Well, it's supposed to be thicker, I should say. I purchased some, and I did start a video before this one, and the paint consistency was lousy. It was apple barrel. It was running all over the place, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use that video. It's just a mess. And so I decided to just do what I did last year. And now I think this one's too thin too. It's not being completely awful, but it's not being fantastic either. So we'll see. We'll go with it a little bit. I might have to trash this video too. Okay. Now I'm going to let it sit for just a second and see if those greens run or not. Because if they run, I'm going to thicken the paint. Those green dots were with the number 16. Well, they're doing okay. Alright, I'm going to leave them for now. Now, if your paint is too thick, too thin, you can add stuff to it. I've got both of these. I've got this matte gel, and I've got this heavy gloss gel too. And I use one or the other, and I just put a tiny bit in, and it thickens it up if you need it to be thicker. So you don't need to get both of those. You could just get one or the other. I was working on trying to get some raised dot effects, so I bought a whole bunch of different kinds of mediums to give it a go. So there's that. Now I'm going to go to number 3, and I'm going to walk some dots around these green ones. Alright. Now I think I'm going to want more dots. I've got this light blue blue cotton. If I could say the words, I'd get it out. I'm going to walk some more dots around what I just did. Make sure your globe is dry before you set it in one of these, because it'll leave a ring if it's not. I can hear it kind of sticking when I go to pick it up. And this is still a number 3 that I'm using. Now these I'm not walking all the way in between. I'm just bringing them so that they meet in the middle there. Okay. Now I would like a pink color. I didn't pull any out. Let's go with, look at this pink Parfait. I'm going to use, which is kind of a brighter color pink. Alright, now I'm going to go. Sorry for my dogs barking. I might have to check the door. Let's see. I'm going to go with the number 4. And I'm going to do a dot right there on each one before I do anything else. Okay, and move up. That was with a number 4. And get a bigger dot. And go with a number 6, and I'm going to do another dot right underneath the one I just did in pink again. I'm going to go down to the number 3 again. I'll walk some more dots around those. Again with the white. I always like to do the bottom dot and then go around. Alrighty. I'm going to go with a number 8, and I'm going to put a yellow dot. Right in the middle. I'm going to pull some more purple in. As I got a lighter shade. Let's see. Yeah, that's substantially lighter, so I'm going to use it. This is Lilac Mist. Let's see where I want to go. I'm going to go with a number 4, and I'm going to put a Lilac Mist dot right underneath those yellow ones we just did. Yeah, maybe I'll walk them just a little bit. Maybe I'll do 2 on each side, like that. So a center dot and then 2 on either side. I'm not going to walk them all the way up, just a little bit. Halfway or so. There we go. Now, I like to have an even line if I'm going to do around. So what I do is, see, this is flat. I lay it upside down like that. Now, you can find anything in your household that's the right thickness. I think this might do it for me. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I need it a little thicker than that. What can I set it on? Maybe I'll set it on this. Okay, that brings it up a little higher. Then I'm going to get my pencil. Now, this is how I do it. I don't know how everybody else does it. But I find something that's the height around where I want to have the line going around my globe. Or ornament, whatever you want to call it. And see how I've got this just sitting on this piece of wood, and I hold this. And I put this on a flat surface, and then I just put it up against it, and I turn it. And it gives me just a little line. Can you see that? It's a little line going around, which will be my guide for placing my, so my dots don't get uneven as I go around. Okay, now I'm going to use this blue color again. And I'm going to go with a fairly decent sized dot. Not super small, but not super huge either. Oh, let's see. Go to this one. What size is this? Let's try a number 4. Now, when I go around, I can see that my line, I know my line is straight on here, but these are a little bit, some are a little closer than the others, so I'm going to go under my line, and I'm just going to do going to start out with just a dot under each one of those purples. And this is just so that I keep my dots fairly level on this when you go around. It's very easy to get your dots going up and down, up like a zigzag around these things if you're not careful. And I already kind of had that going just with what I had. So, see, you really got to watch the way you hold these down. I'm going to have to fix that because I gouged it with my fingernail. That's why I like that styrofoam thing my husband made me. But I tried to do it this way because this is the way most people will end up doing it. Alright, let me see. I gotta clean that up a little bit. What if I have a toothpick? I'm sorry, I might have to edit this part out. I'm going to try and leave it in though so you can see. Alright. I'm going to try and just pick this paint off. Not going to let me. It's going to be a pain. But this is what happens with ornaments if you're not careful. Okay, so that's not going to come off easily. So what I'm going to do, let's see if what Q-tip is going to work. Well, that's actually not that bad. I think my yellow is pretty dry. Yeah, I could pull that off. Look at that. That's nice. Gotta love when that happens. Alright. So these I'm just going to tap down a little bit. And let that dry. Because I'm going to top dot on those. So I'm not going to worry. And if I wasn't going to top dot, I would just dot over it in white again. But that's pretty good. I'm just going to leave it that way. And we'll top dot over them later. And I got to be careful I don't hold it that way again. Alright, so I was using the number 4. And I'm going to still use the number 4. And I'm going to put a dot in between each one of those that I just did. And I'm using my line I drew on as a guide. Alright, and we got those going around there. Now I think I'm going to use some more of that green. It makes me leery because it's so runny. I'm going to add, I'm going to push this into my screen so you can see it. There's my green paint, and it's drying out. And you know, if the paint sets, it gets a little bit thicker as it dries out. I might not even need to. I was going to show you and add some thickening stuff, but I think it might be okay because it's been sitting out. You only have to add a smudge of that stuff if you're going to use it. Doesn't take much at all, but I don't think I need it, so I'm not going to use it. All right. Let's see. We'll try with the first dots and see if it's still runny. Now I'm going to put a dot of green in between. And I'm going to use the number 7, which is a fairly big dot. So this will tell me if my paint is not thick enough. And that turned out pretty decent. So I'm going to go with it. Go. That was with the number 7. Now I'm going to go, let's see, what color do I want? I think I'm going to go with that lighter purple. That Lilac Mist color. I'm not sure how runny this is, so we'll see how this goes. Like I said, it all depends on your paint consistency here. And then I'm going to go with a bigger dot. This is going to be a number 13. So if this is not good, it's going to really show. I'm going to put one right underneath each one of those blue ones, just down a little bit. And this is actually a very nice consistency paint, which makes me very happy. All right. I'm going to go down in size. That was the number 13, so let's go down. Let's go to a number 10. I'm going to use this pink. I had to mix it because it's been sitting a while. Okay. I'm going to put number 10 dot in between each one of those purples going down. Okay. You're looking awfully colorful. Alright, I'm going to pause the video here for just a minute, and I'm going to go blow dry that a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is nowhere near dry, but it's better than what it was. So I'm not going to smudge it all over the place. Alright, let's go to the next row. Let me set this down for just a minute. Gonna use the yellow, so I'm mixing that up. I'm gonna go with the number 6, and I'm gonna do dots in between those pink ones. Now, I'm going to also do one underneath and just make it like a zigzaggy pattern. This is still with the number 6. All right. Now, this is where this thing my husband made me really comes in handy. And you can't see when I do this because I kind of don't have room under the camera. I'm going to put it on and I'll show you. All right. Move the camera up. See, now because I have the stand, I can turn it upside down, which makes life a lot easier. So this is what we got so far. And that would be hanging upright. Now I like to cover the whole thing, so I'll flip it over at this point in time, and I'll find my center because you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I got my camera substantially higher than I normally do. It's hard to see. Okay, see this little mark here? That's the center point. So I'm going to put a white dot on that because you guys can't see it too well. So I'm just going to pull this off camera a little bit. And I'm going to use the number 6 and I'm going to put a white dot right on that center point. Okay, so that's my center on the bottom. Now, I'm going to go down to number 4. And I'm just going to do my T like I always do, like the cross. Let's go with pink. I'm going to do one here. One there. One there. And I'm going to do another row of pink, and I'm already kind of off. I'm sitting at a funky angle to try and get it in camera, so sorry if my dots are off on there. Okay, I got that going. Now I'm going, that was with a number 4, if I didn't say it. I don't remember if I did. I'm going to go with a number 7 in the yellow. And I'm going to do, I guess I got to stand up to see this better. Okay. I don't think that's going to work for me because I'm going to shake too much now. Yeah, I got to sit. That isn't going to work. Let's see how I can do this camera so you guys can see it better. You can see my mess in front of me. Let's see. I turn this and turn this. Alright, maybe this will work. Okay, I'm going to do one in between those. All right. Now we can also go up in the bottom, and that might be easier to show. So let's just do, let's go, I want to get a smaller one. Let's go with a number 5, and I'm going to do some, no, maybe I want bigger. Forget that. Let's go with a number 14. What the heck? Let's go with a number 14. Do some white dots in between these. Yep, my grandkids are going to make noise now. Now, I won't leave those that way because I hate the way that looks. Some people like it. I just don't. I'll go circle those out a little bit. And then when I tap dot on them, you won't notice it. I just don't want those big, strong peaks. They're not perfect, but when I tap dot on them, hopefully it'll make it a little bit better. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go dry this for a minute. Right back. Okay, you see how those are drying? They're kind of beveled, but they're not peaks. That I don't mind so much because when you tap dot on it, it won't be so noticeable. Now, I'm going to do some, let's see what color we need. Let's flip it over. Maybe some green towards the bottom. All right. Let's see how my green paint's doing. That's pretty good. It's kind of thick, which is good. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a number 7 and I'm going to put a green dot in between these. too close for you guys. Now these that messed up, I'll just go, well, let's see if I can just do it with a Q-tip now before we, if it doesn't come off with a Q-tip because it's already dried, then I'll just go and paint over it with that. Yeah, it's not going to go because that's already dried. So I'll just take some of this multi-surface and just paint it. And that's how I go in and fix things when I have a problem like that. And just go over there. And when that dries, you won't even notice it. It'll match the background color. And if you want, you could top dot over the top of that yellow. Make it another solid yellow so the edges look crisper. Alright. And then I think I'm going to finish with some blue. Go down to a number 6. I can find it. Or maybe even a number 5. I think I'll go in the number 5. Mix my blue paint because it's been sitting there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like, I'm going to taper it off. I'll go like that and do 3 dots. Okay. And, you know, I'll probably just leave it like that. If they flip it over, there's a little bit of a pattern. You might want to do a couple more. Maybe we could do a couple more dots down there just for the heck of it. Let's do some pink ones. Just to make that look a little bit more like it belongs there. I'm going to use the number 5. I'm going to do pink one out to the sides. And there's a purpose for that. It would help if I had it in screen, I guess. Alright, like that. And then I'm going to do 2 dots down there. I like that better already. And then I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to top dot. So I think I will time lapse the top dotting because you could do that however you want. And you just got to get, you know, all you have to do is judge your tool. So if this one, you know, you look for a size that is going to fill it but not go over the edges. And then just do whatever color you like there. but I'm going to pause the video and blow this dry and top dot it and show you what it looks like in the end. Okay. That's a number 8 that I'm going to use. Get some darker colors to top dot with. Crisp green from that green. I'm going to use number 3 and do these. Now, this is really dark. This is King's Gold, but we should be able to see it at least. Put that on instead. Yeah, and that's a color change difference you can see. Okay, and I'm going to do those top ones with a number 4. I need to get it in screen. Alright, now notice my white dots. A little messed up on the top, so I'm just going to dot over it. And go with a little bit bigger size. Make that more evened out, like that. Okay. Now for my pink, I need to get a lighter color pink. Let's see what I got in here. I got this Cameo Pink color I think I'll use, which is a super, super light pink. Let's see how this does. I think I'm going to go with a number 2 because these dots are kind of small down here. And the paint looks kind of runny, so this is going to be a kind of a test again. Ooh, that's number 1. Let me get to number 2. Alright. Oh good, you can see it. Now, I'm going to do these side dots too while I got it on here, I think. Let's see. That's probably a good size. Number 6, I'm going to do these, that lighter pink on the darker. Okay. And then still with the number 6, I'm going to use that multi-surface paint that I used in the background, and I'm going to dot these lighter color purple with that. Okay, so I took it off of that thing and I put the lid back on and clamped it on there so I could hold it. Now I'm going to top dot on the top. Let's see here if you can see. Let's go. I need a fairly decent sized dot because those white ones I messed up. And of course I got this clamped right where I need it. Let's see if I can turn it. Okay. So I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use yellow because I don't want to attract a whole bunch of attention up here. Let's go with a bigger one yet. Let's do this. Let's go with a number 5. And with the yellow. Now I'm going to go with a smaller one. Let's go with the number 3. And I'm going to use that darker yellow and top dot these. I want to go up to. I think I'm going to use a number 11. I think that we're basically done. Let me see if I can show you. I'm going to let my tool off real quick. Alright. And so, there we have it. One happy little Easter ornament for everybody. You could go in and you could top dot on these pink ones and that too if you want. I think it looks cute the way it is. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.